Hi children, good morning. This is Aruna Rajaputra with today's social studies topic from gathering food to growing food, that is the earliest people, class 6 state syllabus. Children, do you know from where do you get the food you eat? How is the food grown and what tools are used? For that, who invented these tools? Can you imagine the life of the people who did not grow any crops and lived only by gathering what grew naturally, children? Here you can see the earliest people lifestyle, children. All people, men and women, are wearing the hides, that is the animal skin. Here you can see the women holding the spear for digging the bushes. Here you can see this woman is cutting the grass using the sickle. This woman is carrying the basket. She is drying the fish. This man is using the stick for cutting the fruits. And this man is gathering. This man is digging the bushes for roots and he is carrying, children. So the tools used here are the spear, sickle, stick. Earliest people gathering food, their lifestyle you can see here. All are wearing animal skin. Men and women are cleaning and drying the hide here. You can see animal skin, they are cleaning and drying the hide of the animal. And here you can see the women is drying a fish, you can see. Another woman is roasting the flesh. And here these people are making weapons and stone tools. Here women is throwing garbage. And here is a man drawing on the cave wall. And men are bringing hunted animal and the firewood into the forest. You can see that in that picture, children. So collecting food and hunting, children. The early people used to collect fruits, vegetables, tamarind, coconut, honey, and the leafy parts of the plants like spinach and cabbage, and root part of the plant like radish, carrot, and flower part of the plant like cauliflower, stem parts like ginger, potato, also neem, medicinal plants, tulasi, and also hunt animals for meat, mutton. They used to collect tubers. Also they used to collect eggs, milk, turmeric, fish, chicken. If you were sent to the forest, would you be able to find edible food there? Where it grows and where it is available? How to eat, whether raw, cooked or pounded or grounded. Even to hunt, the hunters need to know the hunted animal very well. Like where does it spend its time? Where does it drink or eat food from? In what way it is dangerous also you must know. The earliest people over many generations had learnt about all these things and taught them to their children. Coming to the stone tools, children. Today we use machines, tractors and tools made of steel. The early people used tools made of stone, bone and wood. The stones, you can see, they use stone to make the tools. They use the bones to make the tools. They use the logs of wood to make the tools, children. Here you can see how stone tools were made. One of the technique is shown here, children. Initially, large stones were given sharp edges by chipping them with another stone, which enabled them to cut flesh, dig the earth for tubers and hunt animals. After thousands of years, they were able to make small sharp pieces from hard stone. They were called microliths. Here you can see. And they were fixed to the wooden or bone handles that served as knives, arrows, sickles, etc. Here you can see use of microlith, stone sickle, children. Tools made from stone flakes excavated in Gudiyam caves in Tamil Nadu, you can see here. Microliths found in Jharkhand. This picture shows bone tools found in Muchatla, Chintamanu, Gavi cave, Kurnool, children. Here early hand axe excavated in Kamakur village, Potti Sriramlu, Nellore district. Here you can see stone tools found in Jammu and Kashmir. Chenchu tribes collecting the tubers. You can see in this picture. These were used to dig soil, chop trees for bark, remove the skin of the animals, clean the skins, make clothes from skin, cut meat and bones. Next topic, fire. The discovery of fire by the early people brought about great changes in their lives. Probably they made fire by striking two stones. Fire enabled them to eat roasted meat. This was the beginning of the cooked food. Here you can see people using the fire for roasting, for lightening the caves. They also used fire for lightening the caves and to keep off the wild animals. In this picture you can see that one. Nomadic life. Coming to the topic nomadic life. The early people used to live in small groups in the caves or under trees or rocks. They did not build houses and led a mobile life, constantly moving from one place to another, and such people who move from one place to another are called nomads. Here you can see the people living under the trees. And Balaam Caves, children. Entrance of Balaam Caves in Kurnool district, this picture shows. And there are many caves in Kurnool district near Betamcharla and Banaganapalli. These caves seem to have been used by the stone tool using hunter-gatherers as resting place for thousands of years. This picture shows the bone tools found in Muchatla, Chintamanu, Gavi Cave, Kurnool, children. Coming to the rock shelter where the early people lived. A rock shelter of Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh. This is where some of the earliest humans in India lived, hunted and prayed. You can see the wild boar here. Wild boar painting by the early people here. Wild boar of Bhimbetka. Important rock art sites in Andhra Pradesh. This picture shows important rock art site in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana rock sites it is showing, children. This map is. Next, this map shows important rock sites in Andhra Pradesh, children. In Chitturu, Renigunta, Srikalahasti, Venabana, Kadriga. In Nelluru, Kavali and Nandipadu, children. In Prakasham, Naidupalli, Singarayakonda. In Guntur, Venukonda. In Kadapa, Dapalle, Chintakunta. In Kurnool, Kalabugga, Adoni, Bollaram and Ketavaram, children. In Anantapur, Velpumadugu, Budagavi, Tenegal, children. Next, coming to the topic, painting. The early people used to ground different rock stones and mixed with animal fat and used that to paint on rocks and caves with bamboo brushes the pictures of some religious importance for them. That is, the pictures of some religious importance for them they used to paint. Chintakunta is in Muddanuru Mandal of YSR Kadapa district. There are 10 rock shelters near it which have 200 paintings in white and red color and only 10 white paintings. Here these two pictures, early people hunting scenes you can see here. You can see here pictures of men with bow and arrow you can see, and here you can see the oxen drawn by the earliest people found in Chintakunta cave in YSR Kadapa district, which is also this animals, what is this? Oxen drawn by the earliest people found in Chintakunta cave in YSR Kadapa district. It is also called Yeddula Avula Gundu. Next, hunter-gatherers in our times. Even now, several groups of people live by hunting and gathering food in different parts of the world. In our state, Andhra Pradesh, the Yanadis, Chinchus, till very recently lived in this manner. Here you can see the Chenchu people lifestyle. Digging the earth for tubers, collecting honey, Chenchu dance. Chenchu hunter-gatherers people 80 years ago. And here this picture shows Yanadis. So the scholars have tried to live among them and understand their lives, children. Once again, Chenchu's lifestyle. Here you can see collecting honey, gathering food, digging the earth for the tubers. And here he is Führer Hemandrop, an anthropologist. Scholars who study the tribal people are called anthropologists. Scholars called anthropologists have been studying the tribal people. They lived among the tribes and noted down their culture, lifestyle, beliefs, decision making. One such famous who studied the tribes in Andhra Pradesh was Führer Hemandrop. He came to Andhra Pradesh in 1940. He studied Chenchus, the Konda Reddys, Gonds and wrote books about them. He also studied several other tribes of India, especially northeastern states. Here you can see the Hemandrov among the tribal men of Andhra Pradesh. Shared living. Coming to the topic shared living, men and women both participated in hunting and gathering food. Even children were more active in food gathering and hunting of small animals. Hunter-gatherers shared the food they collected with all the members of the group as it consisted mainly of perishable things like meat, fish, fruits, leaves, tubers. As they share everything, they do not have rich and poor differences, and they take all the important decisions by discussing together. Even though they hunt animals, hunter-gatherers had a great respect and regard for the forest, the plants and the trees, and the animals, the rivers and the hills. They often worship them so that they may get enough food all the time. Here, the people offering thanks to the hunted deer you can see here. From gathering food to growing food topic, about 12,000 years ago, major changes occurred in the climate and became warmer. Forests turned into grasslands and provided fodder for the animals and grains for the human beings. Early people came into contact with the grasslands and animals and tried to control them, which is called domestication of plants and animals. Learning to grow crops and lend animals. Many people who lived in the grasslands where edible grains grew began to rely more on these grains for food and took to growing them. And when people came into the contact with people in different places, learned from each other the experiences of growing crops. They also gave leftover food and grass to the animals that come to them and also protected them from the wild animals and got benefits of meat, animal skin, milk. Also used oxen and donkeys for carrying loads and plowing the fields. Next topic, domestication. Early people followed domestication method, a process of proper care and protection, especially of plants and animals used for further future production. And again, not all people practice agriculture in the same way. Some people practice shifting agriculture like Podu and also combined a little hunting and gathering from forest also with growing crops. Coming to the topic, settled life. When people started growing plants, they had settled life as they had to stay and look after plants, watering weeds, driving away animals. So they constructed huts of stone, wood, mud and dried grass. They made pots for cooking, storing, made stoves and also stones for grinding. Here you can see archaeologists have found remains of food preserved to 1200 years ago in the stem of the stem of the plant. Here you can see an old pot. What do you think could have been stored in this pot, children? Maybe rice, wheat, honey also. The early farmers needed to clear forest by cutting trees and branches. They developed a new kind of tool which is called neolithic by the archaeologists. The early farmers selected a right kind of stone like this and made an axe head and fixed to the wooden handle and used to cut the trees. This period of early agriculture is called Neolithic period, named after the new tool Neolithic. Here, an axe head fixed to the wood excavated at Amarabad, Mahabubnagar. Neolithic tool, children. Both the pictures are showing stone tools excavated in Nandra village in Madhya Pradesh. Here this picture shows archaeologists excavated in Navasa in Maharashtra. We find early evidences for cultivation of crops from Balochistan about 9,000 years ago. In India, there are evidences in Kashmir around 5,000 years ago and Bihar some 4 or 5,000 years ago. The earliest evidence for domestication in Deccan comes from the border of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Archaeologists believe that 5,000 years ago, hunters of these areas began to rear cattle. Lot of cow dung was accumulated and dried and were set fire on festival days, causing the ash mounds. Such ash mounds are found in Kurnool, Mahabubnagar and Anantapuram districts. Here you can see the archaeologists digging an ash mount in Palavoi, that is Anantapuram, children. Hope you all understood the topics well. And task for this video. Task 1 is nowadays, what do we use fire for? And the task 2, for what purposes are stones used by the people today? And the task 3 is, why people in present times are not leading a nomadic life? Why do they build houses and live in the same places, children? Thank you all, children. Have a great day.